The wheat swayed pale in the early gold, a soft sponge shimmer on shifting ground. You lingered there like a story told, half in breath and half in sound. Your fingers brushed at a wandering gust, tracing its path as it curled away. I kept my questions beneath the dust. Some truths aren't meant for the open day. Kicked a stone down the weather track, watching it skip like a borrowed thought. Said every mile tries pulling you back to places you love more than you ought. A lone crow drifted a ragged arc, stitching the sky with uneven thread. I saw the flicker behind your spark, a light still warm but softly shed. And the moment trembled thin and slight, a fragile seam between wrong and right. Oh, I still hear you in the Wheatfield hush, where the hours slow down and the shadows rush. You're the quiet turning of tender things, a breath, a murmur, the brush of wings. Love doesn't vanish, it learns to wait, like dusk leaning long on a rusted gate. Return on a wind soft night, I'll keep a lantern trimmed just light, not to summon, only to guide any lingering hope still at your side. Yes, I hear you in the Wheatfield hush, as the daylight folds in an amber flush. Love stays patient, a tethered flame, warming the dusk when I speak your name.
The Frostline crept up the old stone stair, silvering shadows the dawn couldn't hold. You brushed the cold from your loosened hair, breath curling soft in the pale blue fold. A lone rook stirred in the ashen light, shaking the sleep from its charcoal wing. I watched your silhouette turn almost white, part of the snow, part wandering. Your boots left prints on the frozen lane, hollow as secrets you meant to keep. You said, winter teaches what can remain, it quiets the roots and breath grew, I felt the truth drift close to you. Oh, I still hear you in the Frostline Lantern glow, where the warm light breaks the falling snow. You're a fleeting ember in the winter air, close enough to sense, too faint to bear. Love doesn't fade, it turns more still, gathering quiet on a moonlit hill. If you wander back through the firelit blue, I'll keep a lantern trim for you, not as a beacon, only to mark a place that waits in the winter dark. Yes, I hear you in the Frostline Lantern glow, as the night drifts slow and the wild winds blow. Love stays gentle, a muted spark, glowing low in the heart of winter's dark.
The clover leaned in the amber air, holding the warmth from the fading dawn. You brushed a leaf from your tousled hair as the meadow stretched and the night withdrew on. A cricket stirred in the shaded scene, soft as a truth you tried to send. I watched your thoughts drift out in a stream, a quiet current you didn't defend. You bent to gather a fallen twig, rolling it gently between your thumbs. Said even small things learn to grow big when the wind decides where the story comes. The hillside hummed with the waking day, golden threads pulled thin and fine. Your silence carried a tender sway, half a promise, half a sign. And for a breath the earth stood still, letting your truth rise where it will. Oh, I still feel you where the clover bends, in the hush that lingers when summer ends. You're a drifting murmur on open plains, a distant warmth in the late day rain. Love never leaves, it changes its hold, a softened tether through green and gold. If you wander back on a twilight breeze, I'll keep a lantern among the trees, not calling you home, just letting you know there's gentle room in the afterglow. Yes, I feel you where the clover bends, as the daylight pales and the long dusk blends. Love stays quiet, a tender gleam, living on softly in a meadow dream.
The hillside shook in a rust green wave as dust slid soft through the alder line. Your boot notes left marks only twilight gave. Faint little echoes of you were mine. A lone moth brushed at your flannel sleeve. Drawn to the warmth you tried to hide, I watched you breathe like you meant to leave, yet linger a heartbeat by my side. You turned a stone in your weathered hand, said it reminded you of leaving slow, how even the smallest grains expand when rivers decide which way to go. A far-off bell from the valley farm folded the air like a worn-out hymn. I felt your silence, a quiet charm, gathering dusk at the shadow's rim. And all the gentle unspoken things hung in the hush where the juniper sings. Oh, I still hear you in the Alder wind, where the lanterns sway and the nights begin. You move like a memory brushing leaves, soft as regret, light as a weed. Love doesn't finish, it loops and bends, a circle of footsteps the dark defends. If you wander back through the trembling trees, I'll follow the trail of your quiet unease, not to claim you, only to see if your shadow still leans the same toward me. Yes, I hear you in the Alder wind, when the lantern glow grows paper thin. Love stays steady, a whispered thread, tying the dust to the words we said.
Windfall orchard breathed out slow, letting its sweetness slip through the dawn. You walked a path where the leaves still glow, bronze on your boots and the frost nearly gone. A sparrow shifted the quiet scene, sending small tremors through amber light. I watched you drift like a half-kept dream, close in the morning, gone by night. You picked an apple the wind had bruised, turning it gently against your sleeve. Said nothing's broken, just slightly used. Most things soften before they leave. The branches rattled a muted chord, fragile and low as a memory's thread. Your eyes held stories I never scored, pages open but never read. And in that hush of ripened air, something fragile settled there. Oh, I still see you in the windfall hour, where the morning leaves and the old trees tower. You're a fleeting shimmer on orchard ground, a warmth remember, a distant sound. Love doesn't end, it learns to stay, rooted quiet in the turning day. If you wander back when the dust turns clear, I'll keep a lantern along the pier, not to pull you, only to guide. Any tender echo still by your side. Yes, I see you in the windfall hour, as the light grows thin through the autumn power. Love stays gentle, a softened flame, glowing warm at the sound of your name. The ash trees shook off their silver dawn, letting loose leaves like wandering notes. You stood where the meadow thinned the fawn, brushing the frost from your weathered coat. Your breath rose pale in the quiet air, a shy little cloud with nowhere to stay. I almost reached, but you weren't quite there. More like a story turning away. You traced the rim of an amber cup, left on the porch from the night before. Said the dreams you had never quite woke up, still drifting around the old screen door. The jay called out from a distant pine, sharp as a question you didn't ask. I watched the morning lean the line, making truth feel like a gentle task. Something softened in the cold, a quiet shift I couldn't hold. Oh, I hear your voice in the thinning light, in the hush where day forgets its might. You're a half-remembered melody, soft, unfinished, following me. Love doesn't vanish, it learns to bend, like a trail that circles where the hills descend. If ever you turn toward this place again, the gate still swings with a rust-soft grin, a welcome whispered through the weeds, waiting in the sway of the cattail reeds. Through Ashleaf days.
Morning unspooled in a lilac thread, brushing the barn roof soft and slow. You stood where the thistles bowed their head, tracing the shapes of the wind's first glow. Your laughter drifted like scattered grain, light as the dust on a summer brook. I felt the pull of a half-known pain, roots remembering You tipped a jar full of river glass, letting the color spill down your arm. Said every season is meant to pass, even the ones that are mostly warm. Meadowlark called from the leaning wire, its tone half sure, half drifting white. You watch the clouds like a slow built fire burning itself from the inside. And the truth grew quiet as it formed. A weather change before the storm. Oh, I still hear you in the Thistle-Sky, where the noon wind hums and the field runs dry. You move like shadow on golden hay, never staying long, never far away. Love doesn't vanish, it shifts its skies, like color caught in your river glass eyes. You If you wander back when the dust turns blue, I'll leave the porch light soft for you, not as a tether, only a sign that a piece of the past still matches mine. Yes, I hear you in the Thistle-Sky as the warm wind falls and the day slips by. Love stays gentle, a quiet flame, flickering low when I say your name.
The ashthorn bowed in the early rain, shaking loose beads from the silver bark. You walked ahead with a quiet strain, carrying dawn like a softened spark. A small brown finch took a trembling leap, cutting the grey with a fragile thread. I watched your thoughts drift long and deep, clouds of meaning you left unsaid. You traced a circle in muddy clay, letting it blur when the water ran. Said hearts don't follow a single way, they wander wide till they're where they stand. The meadow breathed with a mist-warm sigh, earth releasing its hidden heat. You turned as if you might clarify, then folded silence beneath your feet. And the moment shifted thin and slight, a weather change inside the light. Oh, I still hear you in the early rain, where the low clouds gather and soften the plain. You're the faintest shimmer on quiet stone, close as a memory, never full grown. Love doesn't vanish, it learns to remain, moss in the shadow of lingering rain. If you want birches glowed in a pale dawn sweet, silver on silver where the hillside bends. You move like someone waking from sleep, unsure where the quiet path descends. A lone white feather caught on your sleeve, drifting from somewhere the night had been. I watched your thoughts like leaves that leave, soft in the letting, slow in the spin. You traced a notch on an old wood rail, marking a moment you couldn't name. Said some stories stay just beyond the veil, close enough to warm, too faint to claim. The river murmured beneath the frost, shaping the air with a trembling breath. I felt us both taking stock of loss, measured in silence, shaped by depths. And in the hush between your words, something stirred too soft for birds. Oh, I still hear you in the birchlight glow, where the shadows thin and the cold wind slow. You're a quiet tremor in drifting snow, not far enough, never fully let go. Love never ends, it changes its pace, walking beside us in borrowed grace. If you wander back when the dust turns clear, I'll leave a lantern by the footpath here, not as a beacon, only to show there's still a place for the you I know. Yes, I hear you in the birchlight glow, when the day folds soft and the night moves slow. Love stays gentle, a patient trace, lingering warm in a winter's face. Cinderpath smoked in the waking chill, soft little wisp rising from last night's rain. You walked ahead with a half-kept will, dragging your thoughts like a gentle chain. The sparrow hopped through the briar sweet, shaking off pearls of the newborn light. I watched you quiet, tender and deep, a lantern dimming at the edge of sight. You paused to gather fallen pine, stirred with a muted roar. Far guns pulling from the moss dark ground. You looked at me as if keeping score of every truth we hadn't found. In the space between us, thin to air, so light I almost lost you there. Oh, I still feel you in the cinder haze, where the dawn breaks off through the tangled sprays. You're a drifting ember I can't unsee, a glow, a whisper, a pull in me. Love never finishes, it learns to form, like fire reshaping its quiet warmth. If you wander back when the ridge turns rose, I'll keep a lantern where the footpath goes. Not calling you home, just letting you know there's still a warmth in the afterglow. Yes, I feel you in the cinder haze, as the hillside breathes through the early blaze. Love stays low but steady and bright, a small warm ember in the thinning light. Fog lay low on the river stones, soft as a heartbeat you meant to hide. You walked ahead with your quiet tones, drifting like pollen on the morning tide. A fallen bloom clung to your coat, still holding warmth from the night before. I caught your glance, barely a note, but enough to open an older door. You knelt to touch where the dew ran thin, tracing a trail through the trembling grass. Said moments return, but not where they've been. They circle the edges, they glance, they pass. The hillside loosened a golden yawn, waking the cedars' resin sweet breath. Silence stretched like an unspun dawn, fragile and full, almost touching death. And in that hush, where your shadow curved, truth rose gently, barely observed. Oh, I still feel you in the Fogpetal Hours, where the day breaks slow through the sleep. Soft flowers, you're a fleeting shimmer on quiet streams, too warm to lose, too pale to dream. Love never leaves, it shifts its form. A soft returning in the early warm. keep a lantern just bright for you, not to anchor, only to guide the part of you still walking beside. Yes, I feel you in the fogpetal hours, when the chill thins out and the morning powers. Love stays tender, a muted gleam held in the echo of a half-known dream. The lamplight fades on the older road, dust rising soft like a quiet prayer. Your shadow leaned where the cedars bowed, as if listening for something in the air. I kept my hands in my coat too long, afraid they'd shake if they reach for you. Even the creek held its breath at dawn, waiting to hear what we might do. You traced a map on the fogged up glass of a borrowed truck we could barely steer. Said every line is a place we'll pass, but your eyes looked further than a year. Geese move slow in the cobalt sky, dragging the light like a loosened thread. I almost asked why your voice ran dry, but I feared I'd unravel what you'd left unsaid. So I walk beside you, step by step, learning the weight of what we kept. And oh, the wind still carries your name through pine and gold and summer rain. I turn expecting you to be near, a soft echo I pretend to hear. Love grows quiet when it knows it's late, but it lingers like dusk at the garden gate. If you wander back on some silver night, I'll leave the lantern where it casts gentle light, not to call you home, only let you see there's a path unchanged where the earth meets me. Oh, the wind still murmurs your name in the hush before the evening rain. Love grows quiet but never fades, a small warm glow at the garden gate. frost drew lace on the window's edge, silver threads catching the born light. You stood where the porch meets the briar hedge, your breath rising soft in the fragile height. A wren shook loose from the tangle near, starting the day with a trembling call. I watched you hover between far and here, a shadow warm but ready to fall. You traced the rim of a copper cup, letting the warmth seep into your hands. Said some things stay even when you give them up, like echoes sown in the quiet lands. The chimney smoke curled a gentle vow, climbing the pale of the winter sky. You glanced at me as if asking how two truths can meet and still pass by. And in the stillness by your sleep, I felt the moment choose to leave. Oh, I still find you in the hearthline drift, where the embers glow and the mornings lift. You're the softened whisper of burning pine, a flicker held in a former time. Love never ends, it changes its hue, warm in the cold with a shade of you. If you wander back when the dust turns clear, I'll keep a candle waiting near, not for return, but so you'll see there's still a light where you once left me. Yes, I find you in the hearthline drift, as the day grows thin and the shadows shift. Love stays quiet, a patient gleam, living a while in a winter dream. The hillside breathed with the breaking dawn, a low blue hush on the heather seam. You walked ahead where the trail grew warm, casting your warmth like a faded dream. A robin stood in the bramble shade, soft as a truth you tried to spare. Your name was a ripple the wind once made, gone before I could hold it there. You paused where the moss held last night's rain, cradling the drops like borrowed time. Said nothing here ever leaves the same. It drifts, it folds, it learns to climb. The river hummed near the leaning stone, a weary song with a silver bend. I felt your silence, quiet, full grown, as if it knew where the day would end. And in that space between your breasts, something shifted soft as steps. Oh, I still find you in the mosslight air, where the sun breaks thin and the pines stand bare. You're the echo threading through old pine rings, close enough to stir, too light to cling. Love doesn't falter, it simply sways, like lantern glow meeting mists of days. Should you wander back through the cedar sway, I'll wait where the dusk gives its last display. Not asking for answers, only to know if your shadow still leans the same in the glow. Yes, I find you in the mosslight air, as the evening settles its quiet prayer. Love stays tender, muted flame, flickering warm at the sound of your name. The mulberry dusk stripped of violet hue, soft on the fence where the sparrows perch. You walked ahead through the evening's blue, your shadow stretched thin by the old stone church. A breeze tugged loose at your linen sleeve, carrying hints of the day's warm sighs. I felt your quiet begin to leave, a drifting thought behind your eyes. Paused to gather a fallen stem, turning it gently between your hands. Said moments return, but not as them. They shift their shape like the evening lands. A lantern flickered along the lane, gold on the gravel's patient line. You look back once with a touch of rain, a hush that felt almost like mine. And something tilted in the air, a truth too soft for you to share. Oh, I still hear you in the mulberry light, where the dust folds slow and the day turns night. Your fading echo vanish, it learns to stay in the tender seams of a passing day. If you wander back when the moon hangs low, I'll keep a candle in the orchard's glow. Not to call you home, but just to be a flicker that waits where you once found me. Yes, I hear you in the mulberry light as the last warm threads slip into night. Love stays quiet, a softened flame, burning a while at the sound of your name. The path grew soft where the ferns bent low, morning still tangled in their emerald spine. You walk ahead in a hush of glow, carrying warmth that once felt mine. A hair slipped out through the thistle seam, startled by footsteps you tried to hide. I caught your gaze like a fading dream, there for a breath, then turning aside. Traced a circle in river sand, letting it blur when the currents sway. Said some things last only while they stand, others grow strong when they start to fade. A breeze came down from the cedar ridge, cool with a whisper of coming rain. Your silence built like a trembling bridge over the places we can't explain. And in that pause where the moment thinned, truth flickered soft as a lantern's wind. Oh, I still hear you in the fernlight green, the shadows breathe and the day leans clean. You move like a memory on shallow streams, half in the world, half caught in dreams. Love doesn't loosen, it shifts its hue like dusk as it gathers a shade of you. Just letting you know there's room in the green for what we let go. Yes, I hear you in the fernlight green, when the earth grows quiet and the air turns keen. Love stays gentle, a softened flame, bloom in a moment when I speak your name. Hey. Slipped in through the cottonwood leaves, light drifting pale on your oval coat. You hummed a tune that the wind once thieves, carrying it soft like a weathered note. Your footprints stitched through the dew-soaked field, loose threads of a story you never told. I watched the day take shape and yield as the air grew warm and the shadows rolled. Said the river remembers every name of the ones who stood by its trembling edge. I asked if it whispered yours the same, but you only smiled at the broken sedge. A dragonfly skimmed where the water bent, blue as a promise you meant to keep. I felt the pull of a last spent scent of wild men crushed beneath your feet, and a quiet truth began to rise. Not in words, but in your eyes. Oh, I still hear you in the turning reeds, where the dusk gleams low and the day recedes. Your memory moves like a drifting spar, not close enough, never quite that far. Love doesn't leave, just shifts its weight like a tide that pauses at the river gate. If the seasons circle back your way, I'll be the lantern on the slope of day. Not burning bright, just steady and clear, for any wanderer you once called dear. Yes, I hear you in the settling reeds, when the light falls soft and the dark proceeds. Love stays quiet but guards its place, a gentle hush by the river gate. The shoreline woke with a muted gleam, soft as a thought you never spoke. You wandered close to the tidal seam, your coat still warm from the chimney smoke. The gulls drew loops through the morning haze, threading the light where the ripples ran. I watched you move in those drifting waves, half of you here, half where you began. You stooped to gather a piece of rope, frayed by the years and the ocean's sway. Said things let go when they outgrow hope, but some find strength in the giving way. Your voice was low as the turning tide, shaping the silence with grains of thought. I felt the truth in the pull inside, the kind that leaves without being caught. And the air grew still as if it knew what slipped between the surf and you. Oh, I still hear you in the salt wind's call, where the horizon leans and the breakers fall. You're a half-kept echo of silver foam, too light to follow, too close to roam. Love never leaves, it shifts its sky, changing its hue as the seasons fly. I'll keep a lantern on the dune side in, not to anchor you, only to show there's warmth where your shadows used to go. Yes, I hear you in the salt wind's call, when the seaside hush grows wide and tall. Love stays quiet, adrift inside, carry through nights of honey sky. Stillwater pond held a muted gleam, morning unwrapping its fragile threads. You stood half-lit like a drifting dream, fog curling soft around your steadied steps. A cattail shook in the hush of dawn, brushing the air with a quiet plea. I watched your thoughts wander and yawn, a slow deep pull I could almost see. You skimmed a pebble across the glass, letting its rings fold into the blue. Said every moment we try to pass leaves its own shadow of me and you. A red wing murmured along the reeds, low as a vow you couldn't hold. Your silence gathered like scattered seeds, unspoken truths growing bold. And in that breath between our lines, something shifted small but fine. Oh, I still feel you by the lantern's glow, where the dusk bends down and the water's slow. You're a soft and shimmer on rippled light, too close for leaving, too far for sight. Love never ends, it learns to sway, resting its weight in the turning day. If you wander back when the moon sits slow, I'll leave a flame where the willows grow. Not calling you home, just letting you see there's room in the glow for what used to be. Yes, I feel you by the lantern's glow, as the shoreline hums and the night winds flow. Love stays quiet, a gentle ray pooling like silver